peaceful demonstration. A new case of COVID-19 in Muskoka. And are virtual events the new norm? All that and more coming up right now. And welcome to Cogeco News for Monday, June 1st. I'm Scott Acton, filling in for James Bowler. Here's what's happening in your community. Well, it has dominated headlines over the past week. The killing of a black man at the hands of a Minneapolis police officer. It sparked outrage across the U.S. There were violent clashes with police in several U.S. cities over the weekend, but that wasn't the case in Bracebridge with a very peaceful demonstration.
I've seen a lot of different people sharing things on Facebook, different views to help stand with the black community, and so I reached out to Ashley asking if maybe she wanted to do a little demonstration to show that we are there with them. Even though we're a small community, we would like to support everybody. You know, we'd like to support them and make some change.
What was your reaction when you saw what happened to George Floyd?
Sad that it seemed so easy for that man to take that guy's life, for him to just kneel there and listen to his pleas, and for the other officers around him to not step up and not to do what they are supposed to do, which is protect and serve.
I think it's hard for myself as a white person to fully understand where they're coming from, because I don't face discrimination like black people or Aboriginal people in Canada. So I think it's important to be listening to them right now and listen to what they have to say. We're not here to speak over or speak for black people in the black community. We're just here to show support for them right now.
Well, I feel like you can't really stop until something's done about it. I know it's been a few days of rioting and things like that, which is not always a positive, but if there's going to be no change, then if you just stop, then it's like just giving up, I feel.
Now, do you find that that's a concern here in Canada as well? I mean, obviously this happened in the States, but a lot of people around the world are doing this in solidarity. So do you think there's an issue here in Canada?
I think there's an issue all around the world, including here in Canada. Even in small towns like Bracebridge, Muskoka, racism is a thing. It's whispered in white communities all over the world that they're not racist, yet people continue to crack jokes and say things that are inappropriate, myself included. And it's time for us all to change.
Well, there is one new case to report in Muskoka. According to the Simcoe Muskoka District Health Unit, a male in his 60s from Gravenhurst has tested positive. The case is believed to be community acquired. To the federal response now, Prime Minister Trudeau earlier today announcing support for municipalities.
In response to COVID-19, we will make available $2.2 billion for municipalities in the coming weeks through their yearly federal support with the Gas Tax Fund. Normally, municipalities receive these payments in 2 installments, but we know that cities and towns need this money right away as they deal with COVID-19. That's why we're making the full 2020-21 payment available now.
Now, following that announcement, I reached out to Bracebridge Mayor GRAYDON Smith for reaction.
Good to have it come to us a little sooner than it normally would, but it's really a cash flow thing as opposed to a monetary improvement. The Federation of Canadian Municipalities and AMO, the Association of Municipalities of Ontario that I'm part of, have been asking for new money committed by the federal and provincial governments to help offset some of the costs that municipalities are incurring during this pandemic. And, right now we haven't seen anything new. It really depends on each individual municipality. For example, larger municipalities and cities that have major transit systems are really feeling the pain there because they're still, of course, needing to operate, but their ridership has been reduced a huge amount. That plays out to a small degree locally where we have a transit system as well, which is our bus, but we haven't been charging fares for a number of months. So even that meager amount that we get in, certainly goes away. But we're also seeing no revenue coming in from our recreation programs and other user fee programs that we would typically see. So, at the end of the year, we're certainly going to see an impact on the municipal bottom line, and how much it will be for us or our other municipalities will probably vary greatly.
Support for local business is top of mind as the town of Huntsville, the Huntsville Lake of Bays Chamber of Commerce, and the downtown BIA are working together to help provide the resources businesses need as they start back up.
We are pulling together an opportunity for businesses to participate in a complimentary PPE program where they can basically just sign up for what they need. Currently we have hand sanitizer, masks, some social distancing stickers, and both the Chamber and the BIA are working with the municipality to collect the information, and I think it's really going to be helpful for the businesses. So I applaud the municipality, certainly. Their number one concern is safety for themselves and their employees, of course. But we're also hearing how expensive these materials are and how it's really difficult for them to access them. It's getting easier to find them and procure them, but the bill is very high and it's not a budgeted expense. Looking at what the businesses have been through in the last couple of months on top of it, it's really going to be difficult. So it's really good that the municipality really wants to prepare the businesses and our whole community to be safe. And you don't need to be a member of the Chamber of Commerce. Any business in Huntsville is eligible to contact us. So you can email us at admin@huntsvillelakeofbays.on.ca or just give me a call directly at 788-5847. You can also go to our website and find the form there to download.
Time for a quick break here on the program. We'll have more right after this. Virtual events in the absence of community events and fundraisers are becoming the norm in 2020, and that was the case yesterday with the annual Alzheimer's Walk. We spoke with one participant who's also a YourTV volunteer.
I'm walking today in support of the Alzheimer's group, Alzheimer's Society of Muskoka, through the IG Wealth Management Alzheimer's Walk. It's happening all the way across Canada, starting at noon today. I've already done my walk, but it's to raise money. All the money it's raised in every society stays with that society. So it goes to help supporting the programs that the Alzheimer's of Muskoka, Society of Muskoka puts out.
Why are you doing it, Bill?
I'm doing it because this may be the last time I'll ever be able to do it, I have early onset dementia, and I depend heavily on the Alzheimer's Society for my supports. Okay, they have a program called Minds in Motion that both my wife and I attend. She is the caregiver. That do things like exercise and mind exercises and so on. I have a direct counselor that I talk to regularly. Elsie also has a counselor that deals with her as a caregiver for me. They give me the access to a lot of supports needed that you'd never think of, including things like geriatric nurses and all that kind of stuff as I progress in my disease. I've had a lot of support from a lot of people, and I counted it up this morning. I had 48 people have supported me in this walk to the tune of a little over $2,000 for the society, and that's just super.
Way to go, Bill. Another significant event going the virtual route this year is Huntsville's Band on the Run.
Originally, Band on the Run was scheduled to be on Saturday, June 13th, our 9th year, and I mean, that obviously that can't happen. We're not going to have 3,000 people all in one spot on June 13th. So what we've done is we've created a virtual version of the event, and we're calling it Alone But Together event. And so what that is it's a free registration. People can sign up, and from wherever you are in the world, you can run on June 13th. You can do a 5K, you can do a 10K, you can do a half marathon. Your kids can do the kids run. And you can send us your results. All the results will be calculated, and we're going to try to kind of recreate a virtual Band on the Run. So we'll do it through everybody's new best friend, Zoom, and we'll have live music. And I'm going to actually run the 5K route. And Jane Wolfe, who's our main cheerperson, she's going to get all her usual costume on, and she's going to be coming out and she's going to be cheering people on Zoom. And we're gonna, as I said, live music. We're gonna have our announcer Frances in our party pants. She's gonna be counting down so that people get like 1, 2, 3, go. So there's been so many people that have been so dedicated. We've done these virtual training plans, and we've been doing them all spring. And there's over 400 people that have been training for this date on June 13th. And so we really wanted to make it an occasion as much as possible where people could have the sense as much as you can right now of like doing a big event with everybody else. We are not planning to say, okay, that's it. We're not going to, we're just going to keep on doing whatever we need to do until we can actually put on events like this again, because we are going to be able to have events like this again in the future. And I think that when we do, it's just going to be so amazing for people to be able to get together and celebrate and do events. So yeah.
Time for a quick break here in the program. We'll have more right after this. if you're looking for a job or looking for employees, officials with the YMCA Employment Services in Huntsville want you to know that they're available for help.
The YMCA has been supporting our shared community for over 15 years now. So getting people work, it's not just one side of it. So we're not just helping individuals who are needing an updated resume or figure out what kind of employment works for them or how do they connect with employers. The other side of that coin is that we work with our employer partners. We get calls now almost daily with employers looking for qualified staff. And let me take this step back a little bit. It's not even so much qualified staff, it's people that they're willing to train. You know, last year, Muskoka, as well as most of the province, endured a little bit of a labor shortage. And I think as important as the CURB or the CRB benefit is to supporting people who are in a little bit of a financial crisis, it's a short-term fix, an important short-term fix. And I think, you know, I applaud the federal and provincial government for what they're doing. But I believe if I'm quoting right, it's a maximum of 4 months of support. It's up to $2,000. And for those that started in, let's say, March, we got April, May, June, July, it's wrapping up, right? And so there are, as you look here, we have jobs posted on our window. Again, we get employers calling daily, and I think the piece that the YMCA plays is that we have a relationship with employers. We have people who are job seeking. It's bringing those two communities together and really helping our economy bounce back, because now more than ever is when we need individuals who are willing and able to work. And again, recognizing that it's a different employment labor market that people have concerns about, and rightfully so if they have people at home with compromised immune or health issues, or just concerned about making sure they have a safe work environment. That's another piece that we play, is in trying to make sure that the employer partners that we have are good. And you know, for the most part, we've been quite blessed with the employer partners we've had, and we've had a lot of success matching people with the jobs that they want.
The Kiwanis Club of Huntsville is paying tribute to one of our community's late artists with a special student scholarship.
You very rarely see Tom's paintings that are all pretty and green and calm. They always have a mood to them.
One of Huntsville's most beloved artists and the original sculptor of the famed Tom Thompson statue, which sits prominently outside Town Hall, is being recognized through a special memorial scholarship through the Kiwanis Club of Huntsville. Brenda Wayman-Goulet was honored by her two daughters, Hallie and Danielle, during a special check presentation ceremony outside Huntsville High School last week. Hallie CLOVER spoke about the legacy of her mother being kept alive with this scholarship.
My sister and I are here actually to talk about the scholarship that we're doing in my mother's name. She was a bronze sculptor in town here for 30 years, and she was a big advocate for the arts, obviously, and especially the arts in school. She worked with students all over Muskoka. She taught at the Halliburton School of Art. We grew up with her in our classrooms, things like that. So we really think that she would be honored to continue the arts in the programs. You know, in these tough times, the arts is one of the first things to be cut with funding. So we're very honored to be able to keep some scholarships going in her name.
Along with this memorial scholarship, the Kiwanis Club of Huntsville President Martin Mann also presented a check for the Volunteer Appreciation Scholarship.
Second scholarship is for volunteering. And I know that they have to do a certain amount of volunteering to graduate, and someone who does quite a bit, we want to honor that. So. And most people, when they do a lot of extra volunteering, they tend to become part of service clubs, and it's really important that we do our function for the kids, because they are the future. So,
each of these scholarships are worth $500 by the local Kiwanis Club, but have been doubled by matching donations from the Kiwanis Club of Canada. Students will be selected by the school to receive these awards.
Time for another quick break on the program. More after this. And welcome back to the program. Earlier on, we talked about the reopening of the economy. Our Samantha Johnson now on a local business and how they're coping with the restart.
As some businesses across Muskoka are reopening, many are moving at their own pace so they can make changes to allow customers to come in and shop safely. And some businesses in Bracebridge say it has been a slow start, but things are starting to pick up, including owner Elise Boyer of Veranda Collections.
People coming in, I'm finding that 90% of the people coming in have a purpose. They actually need something. They've been needing something for a while. They've been in their homes, they see what they need, and they're just coming in to see that. So we're not getting hundreds of people, which I wouldn't want at the same time. So we're able to handle who comes in. And every week, we've been open 2 weeks now. So the first week started slower, then this last week's been phenomenal. Very successful, and everybody's grateful that we're open, actually.
And Elise says customers that are coming back are being respectful and following the safety precautions they have in place.
I have 2 doors from the outside. So I decided to just segregate one door to come in, and then people go out the other door. And then I have one staircase to go up, one to go down, so there's no two-way traffic on the staircases where it's a little tighter. And then the showrooms are very large. We have masks available at the door. We don't require them to wear it. Most people, 50% I would say, have their own mask. It's their comfort level. We ask to sanitize, and we just have a polite sign we have a table. It's working out very well. People are respectful. And I think patience is the key here.
And though it will take time to get back to full recovery, Elise is pushing forward.
Of course, when I was closed, I was working hard, populating my website and making some sales. Of course, like everyone else, those 2 months of sales were, very, very little. And of course, that's money we don't ever see again. And that's, but for me, if I need some money, for me, I just know that I'll have to get money, and then I'll just pay. I just owe more money. But at the end of the game, I'm not here to line my pockets. I'm here for my customers, and we keep this going.
If you would like to find out more, you can visit their website at verandacollection.ca. In Bracebridge, I'm Samantha Johnson for Cogeco News.
Time for a final break here on the program. On the other side, we will recap the events for Monday, June 1st. Back after this. And welcome back to Cogeco News. Here is your recap for Monday, June 1st. One new case of COVID-19 has been reported in Muskoka. A male in his 60s from Gravenhurst has tested positive. It is believed to be community acquired. Prime Minister Trudeau has announced funding for municipalities It's not new money, however, as it is an early payment of gas tax funds. And the town of Huntsville, along with the Huntsville Lake of Bays Chamber of Commerce and BIA, are working together in support of local business. And that is Cogeco News. For more information on the program, head over to yourtv.tv or connect with us on social media. Just search YourTV Muskoka. Remember, we are live at 5 Monday to Thursday. From everyone here at Cogeco News, thanks for watching.